Does anybody have anything for me before I start the game up? Comments, concerns, complaints?
Nothing from me.
Okay.
I was saying, well, you know me, I have questions, several questions, just none pertaining to the topic at hand.
Fair enough. Well, let's see, let me move this down here. I'm going to catch you guys up on the current way the map looks. Preload that. Okay, so this is the current map that you guys have been using. Probably going to freeze your screen for a minute. These are rather large maps because the dungeon, as it were, that you are in is one large map, 3 maps wide.
Wow.
So that's where you went. You can see the north, south down there. I'm going to send up the compass to you guys. It's just a tiny little compass. You can put it anywhere that makes you happy. Now, where you guys left off, you had a number of things along the walls. You can close that map that I shared with you. So just wanted you guys to see where you're at. Close it, minimize it, whatever makes you happy. I'm going to send you a new map momentarily. And you will be on it shortly after I share it. So this is your new map. And it's going to pick up literally on the exact edge of the map. So this is the doorway you're coming through. I'm going to go ahead and drop your characters there and let you arrange them in whatever order you want. So there is a room on the other side of that secret door that, there we go, Indomitable Spirit found. If you want to put yourselves back in that room, I kind of unmasked a little bit further back. Let me adjust this stuff. There we go. So as for this actual room, I'm going to share the picture that I shared at the end of last game, and then I will read the description again. And then we'll start some music. North is to the left, just a reminder. So this corridor through the secret door that you looked through, or you opened, is a high-ceilinged and decorated room with sculptures mounted on the walls. There are 2 corridors that branch off. There is the one to the east, right here, I just unmasked, and then the one to the west, just unmasked. The narrow one to the east and another to the west. This statuary in this room have 4 sculptures of animals. Each one is 6 feet above the ground, 2 to 3 feet apart, in diameter, and they're on opposite sides of the passage. So you have starting from the closest to you, you have the coyote, which is directly across. The closest to you is the bison, which is the one between Spirit and Smoke on the map. You have the coyote here, across from the east passage. You have the bear here, across from the west passage. And then the one that probably drew your attention, the eagle, is here. And it is the north end of the hall. On the opposite side, on the west wall, is what appears to be the head of an eagle with its beak open. Something shines within the eagle's beak. His meek, as Tasha would say.
Can I say
A Mac or Meek.
it kind of looks like a ring.
It's a big ring.
Mm-hmm.
For a big finger.
Uh-oh.
I have big fingers.
The giant is coming back.
It's a trap.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And that's
All
why
right.
we're going to mess with it.
Oh, yeah.
So at this point, I'm going to start some calming music to help you guys relax.
lull us into a false sense of security.
If that music is too loud for you, right-click on gaming music and turn it down. I turned it way down. Mine's on 60, and it's pretty good. Maybe a 40 would be better for some people.
Does anyone have a dagger?
I did until that thief stole it from me.
Yes, I know.
Hmm.
Anyone have like a simple dagger, one we may never get back?
Mm,
No.
nope.
Because I've seen a trap like that before, a thingy, with the mouth and closing on the object, yes? And so I think we take a ring, quickly pull, quickly put something else in its place, nothing happens. Save the day.
I think we should just leave the artifacts where they are.
No, we are liberating them, remember. This is a very important job.
For money.
Well, somewhat, but also just for prosperity.
For the whore.
Indeed.
No, but seriously, I am pretty sure this will work fine. Does anybody have anything about the size of that ring?
How big is the ring? Is it actually?
You can't exactly tell from this distance.
I'm afraid.
Okay, watch your
You are-
steps.
You're a
Watch
good
your
60
steps.
feet away. From this distance, it's probably not a ring. It's probably a bracelet.
Okay.
Watch your steps. Oh my gosh, Spirit, watch.
She just confidently strides forward without a care in the world. And then the poisoned arrows come flying out.
How many traps do I see?
As we
There-
just.
There are no traps that you can detect.
Yeah.
What's up this corridor to the east here?
I will unmask that. Just a courtesy for you guys,
Mhm.
just a reminder. You can take short rests, but you will take a d6 of damage in doing so. Long rests are impossible, as I said at the beginning. They're not impossible. They're strongly ill-advised. You're going to take 8d6 damage over the course of a long rest.
But we could take
But-
a short rest and get roll dice.
Yes,
Hit that?
but you'll take a d6 worth of damage at the end of it, after you roll your dice.
Mm,
Right.
And bear in mind, it is light obscuration. What that means for you is you have disadvantage on perception checks, and your passive perception suffers a -5.
mm.
So
We're
indeed.
fine. We're fine. Right?
But there are no traps that you can detect.
Good. Okay, watch your steps, eh? Be careful.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's dice being rolled. Be careful. And maybe we should all just be a little more quiet, yeah?
With cat-like tread upon our prey we steal.
Babe, can you come here?
Yeah. Go ahead, guys. I can still hear you.
A little more quiet. Just a little more quiet, yes?
Okay.
Okay.
What'd you say? No, sorry.
I only have one level of volume. It is this. At all
It's a
times.
good level. It's a good level. It's not too loud, I don't think.
I don't yell. People have told me.
By the
very
way,
loud.
I want everybody to know this as I look Tasha in the eye as I say this. We were walking the dogs the other day, and she did a Malachi Kosjurkis impression that I think you should make her do.
Do it.
You did a Kosjurkis impression. We were walking the dogs. Just some random words in Kosjurkis' voice.
Uh-oh.
She did a Kosjurkis impression. All right, for later probably. All right, what are we doing?
I'm just taking a quick peek down that one hallway.
Okay, so I will give you a description of that hallway, and then I'll unmask it first. It goes down a bit and then turns. There are a number of statues, body, whatever. So along both sides of this corridor, deep in the shadows, away from the lighted corridor behind you, human figures appear to be floating above the floor. As you approach, you see that the figures seemingly are suspended in the air, but are actually withered corpses standing upright on a ledge roughly 2 feet above the ground. As you come around in the dark, it's a very jarring sight. You can tell it's intended to be a jarring sight. They're supposed to look like they're floating off the floor.
I said, fuck this and just back right back up. Like, I've already got the mummy rot once. I do not want to try to risk that again. Oh dear.
I go and I look up here, but tokens are locked.
Oh, they shouldn't be. I hate when they
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you hate when they do.
That's why I was like, uh-oh.
I did inquire about turning that off. So you can't turn that off.
I'm just peeking around the corner here.
Oh, and Tony, just remind me, the statues of the animal heads, are they above the ground or they're like flush with the ground?
At 3 feet off the ground.
Okay.
That's preemptive, admittedly.
Well, that was my intent. Yep. Let's come back and that passageway goes some distance.
What about this one?
What do my cat eyes see?
Unmasking presently. See. Yeah. Save us some time. Just give you a reasonable amount. You have a long corridor that goes and goes and goes, and then you have a turn at the end that I'm unmasking presently. You also have a small offshoot that's very, very obvious there to the left as you walk down it.
It is another very long path. Maybe we should check these statues. Yeah, these strange heads. But from my experience, the like scary things, yes, like the floating bodies up ahead, whatever they are, usually is meant as a deterrent, yes, and thus it's probably the way we should go, because it's the way they don't want us to go.
Okay.
But let's somebody take a look at heads first, yes.
All right, I'll take a look at this head here.
Okay. That head is the coyote.
Right.
It looks
I
like a
will
coyote statue.
Gingerly touch it and feel around.
And it feels very coyote statue-like.
Oh, okay. Nothing.
Okay, with the investigation, it feels very coyote statue-like.
No tooth button or anything like that?
Not that you can detect.
Okay. Oh, it's just a coyote head here. It just feels like a stone coyote head.
Right. They gotta be something, though, no? Like it's strange. I'll check this one out. Maybe people can check the other ones out.
Kosjurkis is shorter than these statues. He can't actually.
I'll hold you up.
Someone give you a boost.
You're
Yeah.
probably better at investigating than me.
Help me out.
Yes. He starts like tugging on all the horns of the bison and pressing all over it, seeing if there's any hidden buttons.
There are no hidden buttons that you can detect.
My check was also for hidden buttons or creases in it.
There are no hidden buttons that you can detect.
Right.
It's rocks.
Right.
That's exactly what I thought.
Okay. All right. Okay. Spirit, what you got?
I'm kind of just taking a look at that ring, maybe bracelet in the beak. I think I might have an idea on how to dislodge that.
Stick your hand through it and pull it back.
Actually, I think I have a better idea. What if I take my quarterstaff and utilizing it as a baseball bat, swing it at the side with the intent to just smack it right out of the beak and just dislodge it like that way.
Yes, but that spirit that could break it, no?
The ring
Oh,
or the
okay, sure.
staff?
Maybe both. You might even be able to pull it out, maybe, But my
And
fear is that when it gets moved, what happens?
Well, see, that's my whole point. What if I stick my hand in it and that beak closes down on my wrist?
That would probably hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not fixing to lose a hand over something like this.
No. That's why I was thinking if we have something to jam in there, right? So you put something in, and then when we pull the ring out, the weight is supported by the new object we put inside. Yes.
Let's say I wouldn't exactly think I could jam my spear in there, could I? Or the staff. Either of those would probably be a bit too long.
Anyone have anything in their bag? Something, for jamming?
I have a club. I don't think
Club.
that will work though.
Well, how big is club compared to ring?
Oh.
I don't know.
Kosjurkis produces one of the immovable rods.
Oh, this is a perfect situation.
Perfect! I didn't even think about that.
We don't even have to put it in like exactly, right? We just put it in the way, and then like on the top or on the bottom, maybe, and then
Yes.
first
Yeah,
somebody maybe Kosjurkis, is your plan? Maybe check first and see does it look like there's seams where the mouths open or close? Like if only the top closes, right? Then you can put the rod at the top, or vice versa. You know what I mean, yeah?
Okay. Lift me up.
Lifting him up.
All right.
And looking
get out
at
of the way.
looking at the beak for any signs of seams, that would indicate if it could close or not.
It is seamed. Yes, it is seamed. It is very clearly a snapping trap where the upper beak snaps down in a manner that would probably sting.
Okay. Can I put my immovable rod up against the top beak, not all the way in, but just like, partially, and like activate it?
Yes.
And then grab the
Watch your hands.
grab the thing.
And when you do, you hear that mechanism whir and snap and then stop instantly.
Whew. Okay.
Very intelligent.
All right. What kind of bracelet is this? It's got cursed runes all over it.
We have a lot of cool stuff, right?
Is
We
the Eye
do.
of Sauron able to see me now?
Oh no, not him.
So I have marked everything in the party sheet that is magical, not counting creature body parts, because those can be and can't be. I just don't. Because you can cast detect magic. The bracelet is not identified, but it is clearly not showing any signs of wear and is very likely some type of magic.
Okay. So I, he holds it up and puts it into the magical party inventory. And now to figure out how to get the rod back. Would it be possible to extract the rod?
Just deactivate it and I'll just snap on it.
That's true. He just turns off the rod.
Nah.
And it snaps closed, trapping the rod.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So we have two of those?
Yes.
Alright, that's fine.
I was about to say, I grab at the bottom beak and try to force it open with my brute strength.
The bottom beak is locked in place, but give me a strength check.
It's not going to work.
Athletics? Yeah, it doesn't open. Especially because it's just part of a statue. The top is hinged, though.
Oh. Well, see, that's that -1 penalty to intelligence coming into play there.
You could always throw some athletics in there. You rolled a save, too. Which is the same as your athletics.
Maybe someone could help him.
Oh.
Someone of beefiness.
Just to humor you. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
No.
Let's say I could try to help you, but
Yes, get it
I'm
out.
not that strong either.
Get it out.
All right, I'll help you.
All right, so roll the athletics again with an advantage this time.
I gave you advantage.
Well, you gave an advantage
it's
on
a crit
attack.
Never mind. Sorry.
But it's fine. You can.
There you
Don't
go.
forget you have the hotkeys. Oh yeah, now you do have it automatically.
All right,
Nice.
let's try this again.
That was my bad. I just clicked the wrong one.
Since you use the hinge side, it pries up enough for him to slide out his immovable
Yay.
rod.
Oh, nice.
Jumps up and snatches it.
Once he extracts it, I just let it go. All right.
This is very good. We're doing great here, guys. Nobody's dead yet. It's perfect.
I would say it's perfect.
Well, not
Nobody's
well.
dead
Anyways,
yet.
yes, exactly.
Soon, though. Maybe.
What?
Huh?
Kosjurkis, you're fairly good at figuring out what things are, yeah?
Maybe.
Like magical natures and whatnot. Yes.
Yes.
I'm thinking like we have this now. We have those bracers we found from before. I feel like there was something else I'm forgetting about, but it could be useful. But do you think you could figure that quickly, or do you need a long time?
He rubs his chin. Would take a while. Also, we don't have a pearl.
Huh? What do you need? Okay,
It's
is that for
important.
like? Oh,
Magic things.
right. Okay. Okay. Well then, fuck it. Let's keep going, I guess. Do we agree we go the scary way?
Scary. Oh, those aren't scary. They're just statues.
No,
This statue is
they're
scary.
bodies.
They're dead people.
And Rolen walks up closer. Just stares at them. Nah, these are statues.
Hmm.
They're
Anybody
literally
ever
not
seen-
moving.
What kind of? Oh.
Ah, shit.
What kind of bodies are they again? Just remind me. Oh
Oh!
no!
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck my life!
God.
Oh hey!
No!
Like, God.
No! Fuck. I choose invisible.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey, look, the trap was exactly what my plan was going to be.
Roll initiative if you haven't already.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, man.
Oh,
low initiative.
And that was when the team knew they screwed up.
I'm also afraid of what is at initiative count 5.
Yeah, no, disease.
That's for when zombies hit you. I'll get it out of there for you and move it to -5, but it's just on there for when you get hit. If you guys have a disease thing, it's for the DM to do the roll automatically.
I love as
Okay.
soon as I muted my mic, that's when my neighbor's car alarm stopped going off. Brilliant. Oh well.
All right. So we have the glories. Let me switch this music to something. Let's switch the music to something less relaxing since this is combat. Slightly less. All right. The zombies get an entire surprise round because you didn't know they were there.
Mm.
I definitely did not know they were there.
Super.
They animate and attack, and when they do, we'll just start up here at. By the way, I figured out how to turn it off and add creatures to the combat tracker without you knowing.
Yay.
Didn't you?
They actually updated today and showed everybody And it gave DMs an option.
That's nice.
It was nice, I thought. On the upside, they can't all move. They can move past each other, but due to a zombie's limited range, that's 10 feet, that's 20 feet, that's 30 feet. So that's all he's got. That's a double move for a zombie. So there's that at least. That's 10, that's 20 to go to here. I'll move him back so you can get to your token there, Queen Ophelia, as the zombie attacks and misses. Zombie 4, since it doesn't even have to move, swings its arm in a downward arc, trying to chop at Indomitable Spirit. I'll just keep scooting these guys back. They are technically on a ledge, so
Is that seriously Zombie 32?
they're
the name-
randomized numbers.
Yeah.
Sure.
This one manages to score a hit on Queen Ophelia,
Oh boy.
and that handy dandy disease down there.
By the way, there's 15 of them. I've counted.
There actually are. So the disease isn't going to apply. Like I said, it's not. It's just for the DM. Zombie 26 is so close enough to Rolen that he feels generous enough to get in there.
Bring it.
Man, if only Matthias was still here.
Don't take your turn. This is a surprise round.
Yeah. No, turn undead, eh? Oh man, that'd be so good right now.
Oh yeah.
Turn undead or destroy undead.
Sure.
I think I can't remember, when do clerics get destroy undead?
It depends on the
7 or
cleric.
That's true.
I'm gonna scoot all these back.
Actually, no.
Simplicity.
I'm playing level 8 cleric right now, and I don't have it yet. So
What kind of cleric?
Quick.
nature cleric.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Matthias was life.
Let's see, clerics.
While we wait for us to just get, it's us at 11th level.
I was just
CR2,
about-
8th
yeah.
level for CR1. Oh man. So we wouldn't have had it anyway, but turn undead would have been super.
Super. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
All right, Roland. A zombie to your side's getting in. Luckily for him, he has advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't cry yet.
I can't help it. I'm so sad.
First one was a miss. I triple clicked, so that is actually a miss, even though it said hit.
Sweet.
Got to be fair when you kill your players. That way they can't get upset.
Exactly.
This zombie shambles off his pedestal and moves forward, lashing out at Queen Ophelia and rolling to hit another zombie for some reason. But he does hit Queen Ophelia on the upside. I mean, their upside, not your upside. So that is 20 and 30. Can't attack. And last but not least, this zombie moves down here to the only flesh bag that he can get a hit on. And the start of real combat, which is where you guys find yourselves now. The zombie turns and attacks Kosjurkis, missing. Let's make sure we got the right one here. There we go. What do you have up that's concentration, Indomitable?
Stone Skin, I believe. Yeah.
Is that a castable? I shouldn't have that on you unless you.
I was about
It's
to
a
say.
ring that he has.
Yeah, it's the ring.
Unless-
Yeah.
Right, but is it castable or permanent? If it's permanent, it shouldn't be
It's
concentration.
Concentration up to
castable.
1 hour.
Oh, did you cast it already?
During one of the earlier battles we had,
Okay,
I think the.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like using charges unfairly towards you.
Yeah, no, it was during the that one almost fight we had with the.
The fish lady.
Yeah.
That's what I choose to call her.
And the zombies all lurch off their pedestals and begin clubbing you with their rotten arms, each blow sending chunks of rotten flesh all over you, opening and bludgeoning you. Specifically, Queen Ophelia and Rolen. Agile Smoke, you are fresh as a daisy, but your friends are having a bad day.
Yeah.
Help us, Daisy!
Having a real bad day.
I don't think I have any choice but to attack zombie number 5. But I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it first. I believe it's that one I drop on it. Yep. I think that's what I went. And then let's see how this goes. Do I have him targeted? No, I did. Okay, got you. Yeah, good. Do I get sneak attack because he's within melee of it?
Yes, absolutely.
Who do you what's it? Okay. Get fucked. He's not fucked. That's not good. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my dread ambusher to shoot another arrow at him. So I can do that once. Oops. Nice.
Oh, this is why Tony gave us a reminder about the resting. It suddenly all makes sense.
That's one too many dice there, by the way. That's not one too many d6s.
Let's see. Damage exceeded by 10, so let's just assume you got him. We'll take the third dice off just because that's always, so that's 11. When you hit a zombie, and I don't remember how many of you have fought zombies, but when you hit a zombie, he gets a Constitution saving throw of 5 plus damage taken, unless it's radiant or a critical hit.
Yep.
That was neither. So he gets a Constitution saving throw.
I think zombies were the first thing that the party actually fought with the necromancer in the last
Yeah,
one.
Annalie and all that.
So the DC is 16. He rolls a 4
Yay!
and drops.
It's because I put one in each of his eyes. But that's all I got.
I like how you have Hunter's Mark, like, like 10 times on your.
Yeah, how do I fix it? How do I get rid of that?
On you.
Yeah.
At the end of your combat tracker, you should have at the top row, the same row as your name, you should have a little symbol that says effects if you hover over it. If you put it there, you can remove it.
Aha! There we go.
All right.
If I put it there, you can't remove it.
So I whirl around and give this sucker a knuckle sandwich. Right to his jaw. And then I go ahead, use a flurry of blows to strike him again, slugging him in the gut. And then
You can only be thankful.
And then follow up with a roundhouse kick to his neck. And that does it for me.
All right. Zombie 2, right at Rolen.
No fear.
No fear. I mean, a little fear.
A little bit of fear.
6 hit points worth of
Oh
fear.
shit! If I don't die before my turn, I might be okay.
Oh no.
And Ophelia is clobbered and falls to the ground. Under flailing fists, Ophelia goes down. Rolen barely remains up. 3 hit points.
Ah, crap. Okay, Sorry, Ophelia. I'm gonna kill zombies first before I heal you. Otherwise, you're just gonna go down again. So I will cast. Where's my little circle there? There it is. Moonbeam on that spot.
Okay.
Hopefully
You
get
should.
both of those.
Now, here's the thing. We covered it a couple weeks ago. Hasn't come up. You can only target one. You can put it there, but you got to pick which one. You can alternate.
Oh, okay.
You can say, the left one, then the right one, but you can only affect one per round.
Okay, no worries. Do that guy then.
Gotta love those automatic spells. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I will use my bonus action to shapeshift into a direwolf. I didn't pick the picture.
That's such a good picture, though.
And that'll be it for my turn. Can't really go anywhere.
All right.
That's one way to. And people say druids. My buddy's playing a druid. He says they're not overpowered. They're not strong. Not overpowered. He said they're not strong.
The fool.
He's got 37 extra hit points.
I
Yeah,
would
I know.
say that if I had to 1v1 any class, it would definitely not be the druid.
Swear.
They're just like, yes, time for me to never die.
Let me hit the.
Oh,
There
sorry.
you go, Kosjurkis. Oh, you're fine. I hit it and opened up a help menu on Google Chrome. I'm gonna go plug in my cell phone while you target. And
All right. Time to use pack tactics to shock and grasp zombie 19. Yay! Get him. Yay. Oh my god.
The worst possible roll for damage.
And I probably should have just disengaged, but that's fine. As I scream and run away.
I just realized I forgot I have mobile. I could have just gotten the hell out of Dodge. Oh well.
Yep. Kosjurkis is screaming and running away. Put some distance between him and the zombies. Doesn't even care that he's gonna get smackarinoed.
This
Yeah,
is fine.
these things are slow. They're not going to touch you.
Say, this is fine. I have a small plan. This will either probably work really well or this will blow up in my face. Curiously, just completely unrelated. How high did we say the ceiling was again?
15 or 10 feet.
10 feet. That's gonna be a bit of a problem.
Tony, did you see my beautiful double ones on it? My damage?
I didn't. I was plugging in my cell phone, but I do see them now, and the disappointment that they carry.
And in that, he's just gonna run away. Attacks of opportunity be damned.
Attacks of opportunity be damned, which is 2, which they obviously are both going to take. Let's see what we get here. Coming in with the first one.
Wait,
Miss.
2?
My apologies, just 1.
Ooh.
I thought you were right here. I recall where you were.
Yeah, that was. I think there was a zombie there. Yes, there was. I
There was.
already forgot.
On the upside, Zombie 16 doesn't get advantage this time, which matters. But this one does. The zombies begin to shuffle their way down, clamoring in some way, any way, to get a hit on this fleshy, dire wolf that they would like to devour. Queen Ophelia, you have a death save success. I don't think you've actually gone down too many times. It's on the main part of your character sheet, main tab, all the way at the bottom. 3 successes or 3 failures. 3 failures, you die. If you roll a natural 20, it's automatic. You come back to life with 1 hit point.
I'm sorry, where do I go?
Main tab of your character sheet, at the very bottom where it says death saves, you just have to watch it. You don't have to do anything. You see you have 1 checked S. Right, that's the right place. So if the S's fill up first, you survive. If the F's fill up first, you die.
Okay.
You got 1 success just now. And Zombie 24 is going to attack Rolen, but he doesn't get advantage. But he does get a crit.
Oh boy.
Ouch.
Which is similar to advantage, but different.
It's like advantage, but on damage.
Right. And he advances on Agile Smoke.
Now, sorry, I am invisible, right? Unless there's light in
You
here.
would be if there weren't torches in this hallway.
Ah, okay.
Also, don't think zombies have dark vision, do they?
They do not.
That's what I was hoping the invisibility would pay out, but no. Well. Ouch!
This is one of the few lit hallways in this place.
Perfect.
Oh, this is...
Zombie 32. Which one is that? There we go. He just getting moved down a slight bit. All right, Agile.
Yeah. Cunning action, disengage. Back to here. And then going to fire down the hallway over Spirit's head, hopefully, at the one currently biting his butt.
You were going here, right?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I moved you slightly when I went to approve it.
Wow. Cool. Sneak attack. Damn. Well. Hopefully that's enough to keep that thing down. That's my turn.
Let's see here. Seed spice. 6, 11 is the check. I'm going to actually just drag one of their saves down here. My life easier. There we go. Coming out with a 12.
Ugh.
I'll get him his hit point back, don't worry. The one next to you, Spirit, takes a crossbow bolt, almost falls over, but through his undead fortitude manages to remain standing.
All right. So, question. I cannot do concentration on 2 effects at one time. Is this correct?
That is correct.
Okay. This is probably going to work out badly. But I'm going to willingly drop Stone Skin in pot in lieu of downing a vial of Druid blood, so I can cast Enlarge on myself to double my size and grow the length of the hallway. Grow the size of the hallway.
Okay. To do that,
Mhm.
you are going to do a couple things right off the bat.
All right.
See. First, go to your character sheet and remove Stone Skin.
All right. How do I do that? Because I see the effect on here, but I don't see a way to remove. Okay, there we go. Hang on. There's enlarge, reduce. Yeah, I don't see an option to remove it though. Unless.
1 second. Okay, so you removed I might have applied it, so I'll go ahead and remove that. So let me read the Weregar blood. When using this spell to enlarge, the creature deals an additional 1d8 damage with its enlarged weapon of a 1d4. So I put it on your sheet. Give me a second to update it to the 1d8 file of Dwergar blood. Here, don't forget. Did you remove?
I've already removed the one vial. Yes.
Okay, let me remove this action. Let me edit this. Just 1 second. Okay, so you can apply. You want to apply both of them, both effects.
All right.
You don't need to click the cast. It doesn't matter. But the two effects. The first one is what tracks your concentration. The second one is what gives you the benefits.
All right.
And so, let's see. Make sure that gave you the effect. It gave you enlarge. Effect units, minutes, weeks. There we go. So that has you enlarged.
Yep.
And then for your all intents and purposes, you now become this size, both reach. This zombie is forced to the side. This zombie is forced back. When you attack, you should do extra damage. If you don't, I will adjust it manually.
All right. Since that took my action, I will use my martial arts bonus action to.
Well, you won't. And
I won't.
unfortunately, you have to use your action to attack to use martial arts.
Okay. So I guess
it
I'll
requires that.
All right. Well, I guess I'm done for the round then. That's why I said like this will either go really poorly or this will probably go amazingly. But we'll
next
find
round
out.
it might. Let's see here. Start off with attack and rolling, because that's how you want to start off. He just climbs over Ophelia's corpse there.
Come on. Okay, well, that could have been worse, but
Now it's Roland's turn.
All right, so Tony, can I drag this moonbeam across all of these zombies, or as many as I can, and damage them all?
Let me check. It depends on the wording of the spell.
I believe you can, but I don't know for sure.
Let's see here. Where's Moonbeam at? You got a lot of spells on here.
I do.
What level is it?
2nd level.
Oh, that'll narrow it down since they're in alphabetical order. Let me read it. I'll get right back with you.
Okay, no worries. In the meantime, I'll just attack this zombie with my bite attack that I get advantage on. Because pack tactics.
Okay, so yes, you can.
Okay.
But it requires an action to do it.
Oh, it's an action to do that?
I don't mind
I
if
thought
you
it was
take
a-
that attack back. So yeah, it says
Okay.
on each of your turns after
Right.
you cast a spell, it's an action. So I can replace that damage easily.
Replace that damage.
Which
for some reason I had in my head it was a bonus action. That was my
You
bad.
know, most of them are. So that's a reasonable expectation. You cast it as level 2 or 3.
Level 2.
Okay. So that matters for
I
damage.
should mark that off. Before I forget. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
it's 3 use. That's why I was curious. Yes. So the way it's worded is when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn. If it said on its turn, it would be a no. On a turn, meaning anyone's turn. Whether it's because you moved it or it walked into it, those are completely irrelevant things. And you can move it 60 feet, and it can only affect them once per turn. So
yeah. So I'm basically just going to get everyone on this half of the room.
how about this? I'm going to put an M on there, and you can, I had to get to the M. I have a lot of tokens on my, here. There's your M. You can move it anywhere you want, and I'll just scoot your actual thing over for where it ends. And you should, like,
Okay. Yeah, just to track like the movement. Yeah.
just don't end it in the middle of someone else's square. You'll still be able to grab the movement. So go ahead and move it 60 feet, so I know who's you're hitting. Okay.
I think that works. So
It does.
Ending like right there.
Fuck all of you. So,
Okay. Casting.
you want me to target them, or do you have them targeted?
I have them all targeted.
Good job.
Wow.
Oh
Oops,
my
that was
God.
the saves. Oh, I fucked that up. I hit it
Da,
twice.
da, 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 da.
I don't know. I mean, we can take the second one, or I mean, we have to take the second one.
Yep, no, it's all good.
Wait. Oh,
I must have. I dragged over a token on accident.
Yeah, I just kind of like looked away and looked back and like, wait.
Yeah, what is that?
You
Shape
revealed
changer.
his true form. Moonbeam's secondary effect. One of the zombies was actually a doppelganger.
All right, Rolen.
All right, that's it.
Okay. Okay. I don't have anything that's like specifically for killing zombies.
Radiant damage or critical hits are specifically. I will say this. I don't know what your guys' situation is. The ceiling's 10 feet high, and Ophelia has all of the radiant spells except Moonbeam.
There's not much we can really do about that, I don't think. So I'm just gonna pick up a rock and wing it at a zombie from around Agile's smoke. There we go. I think that's all I can really do. Just taking cover behind smoke.
Zombie 16 here coming in.
Oh, automatic miss.
That's an attack of opportunity.
That's an
Time to
attack
die,
I will
kid.
take.
Total damage 12. No, that's hit. Sorry.
That's hit.
Total damage 14 plus 5. 19 is his save. What's he get? 16. He's dead.
Get screwed.
I'm gonna be going down this turn.
And with 3 hit points, you might not be coming back up.
Exactly.
Miss. Let's see which zombie is this. Can't reach you. Can't reach you. Ophelia, you now have 1 failure and 1 save. If you look at the bottom, you should have 1 F and 1 F.
Thank you.
For those of you who are curious, I have had this happen before where somebody said, well, It happened to my friend Eddie. He had 1 failure and 1 success, and they said, well, he has 2 failures left before he's dead. We'll just wait 1 extra round, then we'll heal him. And he rolled a natural 1 on his death save, which is 2 failures, and he lost his character. He was pretty shitty about that. I still make fun of him because of it.
This is the game where we all get fucking TPK'd.
So this zombie rolled
that
a
one.
nat 1.
Cool. He's getting bit.
Talk shit, get bit. I don't think you can. Are you gonna do some like ninja moves? Run on top of the zombies' heads.
Yeah, I can climb. I don't know.
Let's say I do have a climb speed.
Oh my god, and their rolls though too, eh? Like
they've been rolling pretty good.
A lot of them had advantage
yeah.
because you guys sandwiched yourselves. You succeeded. Can't hit you. Can hit you.
Oh.
I feel like the cheering adds insult to injury.
Yeah. Especially when it's the enemies. But hey, can't be biased.
Sirenscape is equally rude.
It doesn't deal radiant damage, but chain lightning would have been really useful right at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, all I can say to you guys is look at your options. Look at you guys have a large number of options in equipment. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that, Agile. I was trying to hit. Let me get this scooted back up to you guys.
Trying to like hold this the zombie back, as it were. Can I use an interaction to say to Kosjurkis, Kosjurkis, is there any way you can help me get to Ophelia?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have to touch me or?
Yes.
Okay. Then fuck this guy. And then I'm gonna, because otherwise I'll have disadvantage. I'm gonna have to back up 5 feet here, giving him an opportunity attack. Actually, no, I'll disengage. With cutting action. Back up 5 feet. And as I back up, I'll try and put the crossbow into his head. Fuck. Yeah.
Let me do that. Let's see. 9 plus 5 comes out with a 14, a 9 on the check, and he is down.
If you give me the ability to, I'll get to her, and I have just enough magical ability left to heal her, perhaps.
Okay.
Now, I have a dumb question.
Would
Would it be possible for me to utilize my cat claws to dig into the ceiling, crawl above, just use my climbing speed to just zip over these dudes' heads and get to Ophelia?
Yeah, I mean, it's a climb speed. I can't change the rules of climb speed. The rules of climb speed are pretty blunt.
How many attacks of opportunity would I evoke if I were to try to do that?
None. The ceiling's 10 feet high.
Okay, I am going to clutch onto the ceiling. I am going to use my cat claws. I am going to literally just scamper across the ceiling above the heads of everyone just to try to get to
add 10 feet to that.
Add 10 feet
to
to
that.
that.
45 feet.
Right. And
now, you want to drop right here, it'll put you...
Yeah, like right. Anywhere like I can get within arm's reach of Ophelia.
That's 45 feet. I don't know what your movement is, because you have to climb up the wall.
I have 50 feet.
Okay.
So
it's not a double move?
Plus feline agility, so...
Feline agility, yeah. Plus feline agility, yeah. So yeah, feline agility, yeah. And that'll be my movement. And I'm going to use another dose of Kegathorn's ointment. and place it on Ophelia.
I assume you're tracking the
Yes.
ointment. You are. Looks like.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
I've already.
Just to prevent confusion, I typed in
Yeah.
remaining.
Oh, there was already 4 out of 5 remaining, so there should be 3 out of 5.
Right, but I added the word remaining, so it wasn't
Oh, okay.
3 out of 5 used. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna steal a healing spell. Let's see, what is it? +2? I just read it and forgot it. 2d8 plus.
It says, yeah, the creature that receives it regains 1 2d8 plus 2 hit points.
+2. All right, I'm gonna roll it just to make everybody's life easier. There we go. There's 2d8 plus 2. Gives Ophelia 13 hit points.
All right, there you go.
For general information, if Ophelia had 1 save, 1 failure, because she received at least 1 point of healing, that's reset. So if you're ever in a situation where you're just getting your teeth kicked in, and you have to, somebody's a second from dying, and you hit them with a bonus healing, you reset their saves. They may spend the entire battle coming up and going down, and have nightmares for a couple months, but at least they won't die. Take that for what it is.
So yeah, that does it for me.
Zombie 2.
Miss.
Oh no.
Oh, why
That's,
did he get advantage?
that's not fair. He shouldn't have had advantage. I'll just reroll it. He still hit though.
Oh shit.
Damage
Okay.
exceeds by 1.
You have 2
So-
health left.
There you go. I bumped that damage up for you. This zombie takes notice of Indomitable Spirit, and as the rule we are using, until you move, if you've just been brought back, you are not treated as in combat. That was an 8 to hit him. That's just a waste.
Fuck. Miss. Fuck. Oh.
Drop the 2 if you were curious. I let me take that unconscious off you. I'll have to reach out to Diablo Bob. I'm messing something up with that.
All right, I'm gonna be doing that moonbeam move back basically to where it almost came from, just as long as it's not hitting spirit.
Right.
It's just back up to there. Get all these fuckers.
I have never seen Moonbeam used this way before, and I love it.
It's awesome.
It's a very niche use case, however.
It is. Absolutely.
Nice.
At least you got one of them down.
2 of them.
2 of them down.
And they don't get saves because it's radiant damage.
Yeah.
And then
Bonus
as
action.
a bonus action back into werewolf.
And this is why you should. This is why if a druid challenges you to a fist fight, you should say no.
Hell yeah.
That'll be it for my turn.
Kosjurkis looks up at Smoke. Still want to go over there?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. Just gonna. We have disadvantage on range attacks right now, Tony. Or due to partial obscuration? I can't remember.
Let me pull that up. I had it, but I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I want to make sure I'm not giving you bad information. So I don't believe so, but let's see. Light obscuration, dim light, patchy fog. Creatures have disadvantage on perception checks only.
Okay. Then he's gonna just pack tactics his way into throw in a firebolt at Zombie 4 there. Well, okay. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, I cast a first level spell. I should roll a d20 for that. Correct?
Yes. Any spell of any level spell.
Yes.
I forgot to do that for Moonbeam.
We'll get back to it. It'll become habit.
Okay.
Still want to know what that one I rolled last time accomplished.
No worry, we're getting there.
Should that have been the same thing for Stone Skid and Enlarge?
And no, those are magical effects.
Okay.
Because you're eating things instead.
Since you killed one, this one gets to move up and say hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Moving this right along. But not to be unfair, but zombies aren't smart enough to not stand in shit, and it's a different turn, so he takes moonbeam damage.
Oh, cool. All right.
They walk directly towards the closest creature they can attack. That's on him. If I'm going to play the intelligent ones intelligently, I got to play the stupid ones stupidly.
True.
All right, Queen Ophelia, are you wanting to take that attack of opportunity so you can cast a spell, or are you wanting to use your action to avoid that attack of opportunity?
I thought you said if you just got back up from consciousness, it didn't count against you.
They can't. They're not aware that you're awake, so they're not going to just start pummeling you. So the zombie 20 attacked Spirit because it didn't know you were alive.
Okay. I'm just gonna use my action to run away and not get.
Okay. So that'll put you here. And you can still cast a bonus action spell since you've only moved. I think that's the furthest you can move.
I can only go 10 feet.
Yes, because you used half your speed to stand up, and you moved through an ally.
So it cost me half my speed because half my speed is 15.
Correct. And then moving through an ally is double. So you got to the other side of him just there.
Well, you're safe there. There's a giant cat blocking the path of the zombies, so.
And you're no longer making death saves, so there's that.
You said I could do what, babe?
A bonus action spell. Any spell that is marked with a B. Let's see. Looking at yours, looks like spiritual weapon and healing word are your choices of the day. God, spiritual weapon's such a fucking boss ass spell.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. At number 20.
Okay, I'm putting an M there because I already got an M. So that is yours, and then you can just do the attack roll off your spell sheet. Bonus action, free attack, no concentration. Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, fuck.
And that was a critical. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the status critical. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Hey, we actually might survive this.
This zombie turns now that it has a new creature to attack.
Ow. I'm just getting like the Mario sound effect.
Does that guy take damage?
He does. Yes, sir.
Cool. I don't think I've been making concentration saves this entire time, though. Nice.
Save that for later. All right, so he is there. He's gonna move right back. It should be automatic for your concentration. Let's
Alright.
see.
I don't think it's been rolling.
Let's check. Where's Moonbeam at? This found it. That actually is a different effect. I'll mess with it later.
Okay.
One of the features of that moon is it concentration? Yes.
Yeah.
Here. Zombie 4. Attacking the closest creature, since Indomitable Spirit left, and it's not going to pay attention to the fucking sniper, devastating its allies. I'm going to catch up on this Moonbeam thing real quick while he does his turn.
Yep, just gonna move my Hunter's Mark onto zombie number 4 and blast it the fuck away. Hopefully. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, don't you know? The sneak attack on that too. That should have been one more D6. We'll figure
How
it out
long
later.
was Go ahead, sorry.
My Hunter's Mark just isn't popping off the way it's supposed to. Maybe I got it backwards, like the rolls, but there's the other 5 of it.
Let me put this on Rolen real quick, and I will get back to the Hunter's Mark and find out why it's not working. Rolen, you now have concentration for Moonbeam, and it'll be just the effect button at the end of your spell cast. So what's the damage? See, 13, 19. Yeah, let's say he's all kinds of dead. And I'll find out what's up with your Hunter's Mark right now.
Thank you. And I will end my turn by just repositioning a little bit here.
I will scroll down. It jumped up there. All right. I'm scrolling back up here. Okay. For Hunter's Mark, you have 2 effects. You see the first one?
Yep.
You apply that one to you. You shouldn't even need, it's just a self at the end. So you just click that. You apply the second one to yourself as well. No, you apply the second one to the enemy. And it basically, the first one says, if the target has Hunter's Mark, add damage. So it's like you apply the second one to the enemy, the first one to yourself, and then when you attack, the Fantasy Grounds looks to see if you're attacking a creature that you've marked with Hunter's Mark.
So I'll leave the effect that I have on me right now, but then I
Correct.
got to drag the second one onto whoever has the mark on them.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. We'll do.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this person. Hopefully I can... Hell yeah. Do another flurry of blows.
Hold on.
Oops.
Don't get too far ahead of me. I want to make sure he actually dies.
Okay, right.
15 or 12 is the DC. He rolled a 10, so he is dead.
Okay, cool. Flurry of blows this person.
9 plus 5, 14 is the DC. 7's what he rolled.
And then final attack. And that does that for me.
Zombie 2, no advantage, but still hits. There we go, automatic.
Sweet, thank you. I would never remember to roll a concentration check every time.
Very few people ever will.
Ah, Moonbeam's gone.
It's okay. We don't need it anymore.
I feel like you got your money's worth.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to have to research into does it actually work that way, but based off how I read it, out of just having 5 seconds to read it, it looks like it should, but I will get back to you if it doesn't.
Yeah, no worries. That's how I kind of read it too. So.
Me too.
All right, what can I do now then? Basically, just can bite some people until I go down.
Oh, I have to resort to my melee attack.
Oh God, melee.
I mean, yeah, I just
Nobody-
took
Nobody's
out.
near me, so I don't even get pack tactics. This is bullshit.
16 DC. Oop, wrong one. What's the plus? 15 on the check. Barely failed, but a fail nonetheless.
Nice. Is that bonus action heal? Is that a? Can't remember what that.
Spend a spell slot, heal.
Correct. Bonus action. Yes,
It is a bonus action heal.
It is.
Sweet. Okay, use.
Say, God, I love Flurry of Blows sometimes.
Bonus action, 1d8 per spell slot.
Yeah, I'm just casting it at level 1. Fuck that. That should last me another turn. All right.
All right, Kosjurkis scuttles on up to behind Agile Smoke and chucks a firebolt. Pack that.
Every time you say firebolt, I swear you're saying fireball, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Eventually.
Eventually, one day, but today is not that day.
You're still the party is still safe from Kosjurkis for now.
Hopefully, by that time, I'll actually have learned not uncanny dodge, but the monk's version of dodge.
I'm a huge fan of this this hotkey for advantage and disadvantage. This fight has been awesome because of it. Makes my life so much easier. All right, Ophelia. Let's do the sacred. Actually, you can do it in any order you want. I shouldn't tell you how to do it.
So I'm gonna do. I'll do magic missile.
Okay. Covered in dead flesh, been beaten to a pulp. Comes up fucking flinging missiles. Fuck you. Roland's back here going in and out of wolf form. Wow. Fuck that guy in particular.
What just happened?
Nothing. You're targeting 32, right?
Yes.
All right. You did 18 damage. He gets a save versus way too high for him to even be potentially able to pass. Is that DC? 23, and he died.
Yay.
So was that a level 1?
That many dice would have been a level 3.
Can you turn it down a little bit? Let's see.
I think you can only move your M 20 feet. I might be wrong. I haven't actually seen.
Also, you're facing it right through the wall too, so there's that.
The wall would be a problem. It's 20 feet.
It's insubstantial weapon though, right?
That is correct. The wall would have been less of an issue, but
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, hers is spiritual. It can go through anything, including solid walls.
Oh, Nate. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Imagine if you're just chilling and
Pretty much,
an axe comes through the wall and starts attacking you.
if a player could write its own spell, spiritual weapon would be the result of that.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I did actually cast it on the other side of a wall one time in our last campaign.
I think you did too.
Ophelia, you actually can attack with the spiritual weapon too, so you can actually use your spiritual weapon if you want to before I go to the next person, and you can attack either one of the zombies.
Okay, thank you.
Or Rolen.
Right.
My wolf's taking enough damage for me.
All right, this zombie is going to just have to attack regular. No advantage. Good.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's just go this one. Okay, so he's gonna get my hunter's mark.
Okay.
All right. Okay. A little shooty shoot. Ooh, so close. And then
Hit.
stick effect.
Let's make sure it rolls all the stuff it should.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a really cool effect. I didn't know the Fantasy Grounds did if-then features.
Yeah, it's cool. Bad rolls, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you can only do what you can do.
And maybe being a little bit aware of Roland's fighting tactics in this mode, I will move up into something of a flanking, well, not even flanking, but just within 5 feet of the zombie on his right.
Yay, pack tactics.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm gonna run up there and flying kick this zombie in the back of the head.
You should get advantage on that attack too.
You do.
Oh,
You can roll again if it's a crit. You can roll another dice.
all right, cool. I'll do that then.
You dropped a 1 though. Okay, so that's your attack.
And I will bonus action martial arts. Almost dropped that on myself. And punch him again.
Not to give you anything against the enemies, you do have an extra attack, so you get a whole nother attack.
Oh, sweet. All right, cool. I will go ahead and do
Advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Nice.
I keep forgetting that.
They have really low armor class, by the way.
Basically, if it's not a crit, it doesn't matter.
Let's say, should I roll that again anyway with advantage, or should I just keep it as is?
It's up to you.
Roll, try and get the crit.
Yeah,
Alright,
try to get the
sure.
crit. Fuck it. You hit on a 2, so.
Well, 18 will work.
Well, that was a saving throw.
Oh.
So he's dead.
Nice.
Zombie 4.
Teen. Oh, he's gonna drop me out. Oh, so close. Didn't
1
get me.
hit point left.
Good thing I healed.
Nice.
Ooh. I can't really do anything as a bonus action. I guess I could heal again. Yeah, might as well. Fuck it. This time. Yeah, no, still level 1. No, only 3 health. Oh well.
You survived by 1 hit point that time, so.
Exactly.
Gonna scurry around the corner. Get zombie 14 targeted. Chuck a firebolt at him.
My favorite part is where you targeted the zombie who goes the furthest, whose turn is the furthest away from roll.
But it gives
Yes.
everybody else a friggin' advantage, so kill that fucker.
That's true. I personally probably would have killed the one that's going to attack him next.
Nah, it's
Nah.
fine.
You-
Listen, I may be
That's me.
lawful, but I'm also something else. Oh my god.
Damage exceeds by 1.
Oh shit.
38.
Oh.
You had 2 hit points and you cut him in half. All right, Queen Ophelia. Looks like Roland's going your way. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the first time.
Hey, I'm the tank.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
just
like I've
means-
done a pretty damn good job.
I was about
This
to
is
say,
probably the most impressive fight I've ever seen.
I was about to say, at least it means you're doing your job. So
I'm gonna do magic missile 20 to 26 and 7.
Okay, you'll have to scoot up for that one, but you absolutely can. So you have to decide what level spell and who gets how many missiles.
2 and 2.
Okay, so 2 and 2 will be a level 2 spell, and you can, at the end of your magic missile, you should have one that says, if you put your mouse over the 4th blood drop, you'll have to drag that over 2 to each one. So you have to drag that over 4 times, 2 on each guy. Let's see, he took a total of, let's see, Zombie 17 took a total of 6. His save was 7. So he's not dead, but he is 1 hit point away. And then, of course, there's the spiritual weapon. Nine damage plus 5. Actually, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the 5 to the DC. So the first he did 6 damage, so his DC was 11, and he rolled a 7. And so did this guy. That actually killed both zombies. I did my job poorly.
Nice.
Forgot to add because it's 5 plus damage dealt. And you guys managed to survive, but although I will greatly commend you, is there anybody who didn't take damage in this battle?
Kosjurkis.
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 If your character's name doesn't start with a K and in Kosjurkis, roll a Constitution saving throw from the main
God
tab
damn
of your
it.
character sheet.
Hell yeah. Not quite a natural 20, but close enough.
Oh boy.
All right. Go ahead and take yourselves a 5-minute break, use the restroom, get a drink, and we'll be back.
Oh man.
Let me just go ahead and clear this completely, and then I'll resend it. There we go.
All right. Sounds good.
Get off the computer, Gil.
All right. What did my 3 con save get me?
Fatality.
A lesser restoration spell in your face.
Woo! Don't worry, I got something to stick in your mouth that might help.
Actually, I don't have lesser restoration paired, so never mind.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. Anybody else got one of these dead Caius worms?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got
60,
2 of
10
them.
worth of healing? 60, 10 worth of healing? That'd be
nice.
alright.
I completely forgot I even had that in my inventory.
I thought about chewing on one during the fight there, but didn't want to waste my action.
Eat the worms.
Yeah, we fucking need a worm.
Okay.
Well, maybe not
would
you,
still-
Kosjurkis.
Kosjurkis, no. He's just shoving his face.
Fucking double fists of you. No!
I'd probably still appreciate a short rest, though.
I don't know if we can get away with one. You think we can?
I know
No
that
idea.
if I get a short rest, I'll regain my 2 expended chi points. But
And I'll get back my wild shape.
Right. Did we do this in the hallway here?
Maybe not here, but
Or? I mean, we took care of the danger.
amidst the corpses.
No way that could go wrong.
that was an amazing fight, though.
Oh my god, that was a nail biter.
The fact that both times you chose to heal, you almost opted to not heal is insane.
I know, and it saved me.
Both times, yeah.
So close.
Nope, you were the MVP of that fight, my friend.
Yeah, it
Most
took a
damage.
brunt of a lot of damage.
Yeah, and also I think you probably dealt the most, all said and done.
hmm
With the moonbeam
Yeah, with the
raking.
moonbeam, yeah. I admit.
That probably shouldn't have been up as long as it was, but well.
Well, now we realize that you can move at 60 feet. That's that's like a guaranteed. That's guaranteed damage every single turn.
Yeah.
From
No, it was
multiple
more
foes.
just because I didn't have the concentration effect on. But
No, I mean, but like for future reference, we got to remember that because like I
Yeah.
wasn't aware you could do it that way, but I read the spell and it definitely looks like you totally can.
hmm
I'm
I
gonna
think-
check. I'm gonna check for the Jeremy Crawford ruling on it because I don't look it up during games, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he's ruled on it.
I know Matthew Mercer let what Jordan Critical Role do it.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
It's
Yeah.
well
So-
because
Yeah,
like
the
yeah,
way
when
it's
a
worded.
creature enters the spell's area for the first time, it doesn't put a limit.
And then if
on-
you can move the spell, then yeah, it's like
it's the same
And-
thing as what's it called? As healing spirit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some spells I've seen where like it clearly says like when they start their turn, right? So
right,
it's like
if they start their turn there only.
yeah, so they clearly identified like no, you have to have it sitting on them and then at the start of their turn. So I think the clear intentional wording, like one way or the other, there, right?
I would believe so, yes.
But-
I need to figure out between games, now that I'm off for 9 more days, I need to set a reminder to look up why it's not. It should automatically be removing that effect from you, Rolen, and then applying the damage to yourself without us doing it manually. It's not a huge inconvenience,
Oh no.
but it shouldn't be that way.
So
Okay.
once again, solidifying that druids are the most overpowered class in the game.
All right. The combat is over. We can go back to the relaxing music.
God damn it.
I don't know what's wrong with it on my end. I've got it set to where it's not muted, but I'm not hearing anything on my end at all.
So my music right now is set to 49%, and I can hear it. Can everybody else hear the music?
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
So-
I've got it set to like 150, and I'm hearing nothing at all.
So when I was a kid, the short story to tell you and make you guys laugh. When I was a kid, was it 21 years ago now, when I was 14, 15, we used to go down to the video store and check out this Sega Genesis game called Warriors of the Eternal Sun. And there's a part in the game where you go to explore a lost Aztec temple. And this is the music for when you're exploring versus when you're in battle. So I pulled that up since it fits with the motif. Funnily enough, the game had an issue. It wouldn't save. So we would just try to beat it every weekend by playing all night. And then by like Sunday, like 3 a.m., we'd pass out, and then my mom would come downstairs and unplug it.
Oh, no.
We ended up doing surgery on it with tweezers, where I don't know if you've ever seen the back of a Sega Genesis game, but it is awful. We ended up removing it, and there's just a watch battery in it. And then we took a Barbie game and removed the 2 screws and changed the watch battery from one to the other. And it started saving.
Nice. Yeah,
So-
all old cartridge games have a battery backup, including like Game Boy. So yeah, when they their batteries are probably going to start dying soon, actually, if they haven't already.
A lot of
Right.
them have.
I don't know if you guys can zoom in on this or not, but this is what the back of them look like. It doesn't have anything where you can actually get a screwdriver in. It's the kind where you have to have like the star nut that
Yeah.
fits around it. So we had to use like tweezers to get it out. It took like 3 hours, but at 15, it's worth it.
Yeah, I
Alright.
remember seeing something about that where like old people were concerned about like old Pokemon games losing their saves, and I think that's gonna, if it hasn't started, it's gonna. What a travesty.
Basically, for my old like Crystal version, the only thing that really happened with it when the battery died was that it couldn't keep track of the time anymore.
That's
Fair
strange.
enough.
Something similar with the Ruby Sapphire ones as well, as where clock events would just completely stop working. You couldn't grow berries anymore. Emerald version fixed that, I think, and that glitch was also fixed if you connected Ruby and Sapphire with Pokemon Coliseum. But I know.
All right. Now that you guys have survived, I'm going to delete this. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were doing. Go ahead.
No problem. I was just saying that's part of the reason why I prefer the virtual console versions of the older games, because that battery backup issue's pretty much rendered a non-issue.
Yeah.
Also easier to transfer with the newer versions of the games. Anywho.
So you guys now have killed everything in this room.
I wouldn't exactly say everything. I see 4 more targets. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do now?
If we're not taking a short rest, I'm eating a worm.
I don't think we should. If we are gonna, I think we should short rest, but I don't think we should do it here. I think we should try to find somewhere that's a little bit less.
At which point, I think we should try and heal first.
Because either way, regardless of healing, it's like a lot of abilities were used up, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we can go to that door and see what's through there.
I'm pretty sure that even though this was not a good fight to take, this probably is indication that the next door is maybe door to, important room. Could be very dangerous.
All right, let's just go back to the entrance then and just huddle up there.
I have a healing potion if anyone wants it.
I'd rather not use healing potions.
Okay.
Like I said, you have the worms, right? I mean,
yeah, we do
gross,
have the
but
worms.
it works.
I also have Anara's Decanter that I've loaded up with a spell, so it heals 2d6. But
As we huddle up next to the bison.
yeah. But I'd still prefer a short rest.
Okay, so you guys are going. Do you want me to bring back the other map, or do you just want to tell me where you guys are going?
I think we're just doing it.
I think we're just doing it here.
That's fine. I just want to make sure. Okay, so I'm going to apply a short rest. First things first, let's do this rest, short rest. If you get any wild shape spells back, it should be automatic.
Yep.
Yep, I got my chief ones back. Or key
I
points,
think
however
we
that's pronounced.
did we short rest today already? I can't remember.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No idea.
Then I can use Arcane Recovery.
I'm healing up.
Critical energy by studying the book once per day, and you finish a short rest. You expend fine level equal to less. Level
Alright.
5. Rounded up. Oh, I get all my spell slots back. Yay!
Some spells, but if you didn't use many.
I only use 3 first level spells, so get my spell slots back.
Yay.
All right.
Fully healed.
But it might be just good strategy going forward. Yes, I mean the idea of using a worm at start of fight. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Or
everyone
before
just
big
downs
fight?
a worm and then we go into it.
Yes. Tony, can I try and attune to the bracers during the short rest?
Well, you can identify any object on a short rest. One
okay.
object per person on a short rest. Let me rephrase that.
Fair. I'll take a look at the bracers then.
Okay.
I'll take a look at the bracelet.
Was there another item too? I feel like there was a third item, but I can't remember what it was. I can't.
Anything with a star.
Well, only the potion of invisibility technically has a star here.
Yeah, that's thought that too.
I'll look at the well, you could look at because while I cast when I cast detect magic on the bracers glowed, I think.
Yeah, bracers, and then didn't one or maybe both the rings that we have also glow?
Oh yeah, both the rings did. I think. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Everyone take a ring. I'm getting the circlet.
Let's say I'll take the one with the snake poised ready to
Ooh.
strike.
Yeah, you take that one.
So
Ophelia, could you check, or Rolen, could you check the one with the guy and the made the
The what? What do you want?
one of the
What do you want
rings?
me to
There's
do?
a panther ready to strike, or there's a man holding a moon.
I'll do the man holding the moon.
Okay. Let's see here. It would be okay. Is that the one you want to do, Roland?
Yeah, I'll do the man holding the moon.
Okay, I identified that one.
Nice.
Hey, another one.
Another ring of fire resistance. Cool.
Who is? Which one are you doing next? You doing the bracers?
Yeah, I'll do braces. Yes.
Done.
Nice.
What the? Oh yes, very nice.
braces of defense.
Dad, can you come here?
1 second. What are you? What item are you doing?
I have the jade ring shaped like a panther ready to strike.
Got it.
Those bracers could be good for you.
That's definitely good for spirit.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Yes.
Plus
That's
2
a
to
good
AC,
idea.
wearing no armor and no shield. Hell yeah.
What would that put your unarmored defense at?
My armor class.
Yeah.
That would jump it up to a 16.
Nice.
Take it.
Nice.
Take it.
Yeah, definitely take that.
So, Jade Panther ready to strike. There you go. That's identified while you guys work out your loot.
Ooh, animal influence. That'd be good for rolling.
Oh, cool.
Read the spells. A
Sick.
lot of people don't read the spells on that ring. They read the spells and
Fear. Oh my god, that's
What
so
Only-
good.
fear.
Only animals, but still.
That's
I
still
had
really
a-
good.
I had
Says-
a cleric use the spell Fear the other day, and a bard used the spell Fear, and they were so shocked how amazing that spell is.
It's so good. I'm looking at the golden circlet, Tony. By the way.
All right, let's check the golden circlet.
It won't let me.
And I think that was all the magic we got. Yeah.
There is no golden circlet that is magical. You mean the diadem?
Oh, I was just wondering about. We just assumed that the golden circlet that we picked up from the eagle mouth was magical.
Oh, the bracelet. Sorry. It says all I get is identified, so I can't see the non-ID'd name unless I actually open it specifically. So I have to go down the list and open them all to see which one you mean.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Ooh.
Huh?
Rock magic.
Ooh. Oh no.
Including the curse, you do get that information.
Okay. This curse doesn't affect me right now?
No, not until you attune to it and wear it.
Okay. And out of curiosity, I could cast remove curse on this theoretically at a later time.
No, you cannot. I don't believe you can remove curse from items.
I'll double check it at some point, but okay. Just so that
And
I was
on a
aware.
failed save, you are petrified instantly.
Yes, you can remove. Let's see.
Its curse
At your
remains.
touch.
Okay, I see. It just lets us remove a cursed object.
Yeah,
Right.
so I'm pretty sure what you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to just like throw that at the enemy. They try and use it on us, and boom, get turned to stone. Boom.
So the remaining magic items that are not identified is a longsword. Let me start deleting these for unidentified magic items.
Oh, I didn't know it was magical. Cool.
It is. You guys have access to that, and you have a potion. I think it's a potion. What's it listed as on this? And
The bracers of defense.
Defends.
hey, look at that. That is an error in the game. Here,
Braces of defense.
potion. It was labeled statue. Why it was labeled statue, I don't know. It had
It's described as a statue too, plugged at the bottom. That's why.
Ah.
It's a statue with a
Oh.
potion in it.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why it should be labeled potion in a statue or something.
Statue of a potion.
It's your call. You can label. You see, that's 1, 2, 3. So you can identify one more of those.
Let's go for the sword. Why not?
Yeah.
Plant Slayer.
Extra 2d6 damage to any creature of the plant type. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, that's like
That's
my
pretty
favorite
cool.
kind of enchantment, though, where it's like
Can any of us use a longsword though, effectively?
Longswords are not a monk weapon, so I can't really say that for myself.
We can
I can't
sell
use
it.
effectively either. True.
Like I could use it with a -1 to my rolls.
which would then be accounted for by the
The plus
Yeah. The only thing I'm thinking is like because of the like plant slaying property, like one of us should just have it, like in case we come like up against like
one. Yeah, you can
Mothra
have it
or whatever.
then. You're probably the only one that can actually even use it effectively at all.
Didn't you guys go up against a shambling mound or something that beat your head in?
it
Yep.
did.
Yeah.
It nearly killed me.
Um, Well, hold on.
but
So
I
like,
got
if
one of
you,
his branches.
what's the penalty if you can't use it?
Nothing.
So if you don't have access to martial weapons, you just don't get
you just don't get your proficiency.
Right. Does anybody have like a decent strength score?
Nope.
Nope.
I've got a 14.
So you could use it and just not get your proficiency bonus with it.
Or monk weapon abilities.
Yeah.
Right.
Stool is not technically attacking you. I am applying his damage because it makes my life easier for applying the poison damage.
All right.
Everyone took 6 damage because he rolled max damage.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it, Stool.
God damn it, Stool.
Damn it, Stool.
Yeah, I'll take the sword, I guess. Unless like, does anybody else want it just for like the in the moment?
No.
I mean,
I don't really want to get that close.
It's
but...
bigger than me.
Okay. I'm just making
I mean, I
I'm
don't
making
really.
sure our cat doesn't get out.
Who else wants a ring of fire resistance?
I mean, I'll definitely
Keep
take
in
the.
mind, you can only be attuned to 3 items, so
Okay,
you
I'm
guys are
already.
getting high enough level that
Yeah, I already have 2. So
I wouldn't mind the ring of animal.
yeah, you can take that. I can already cast those spells.
Okay.
I'll have to set that up on your sheet because that ring gives you some really, really nice spells I'll have to set up. But Fear is a just dominating spell.
Immovable rods don't count as attuned objects, I don't think.
They do not.
All right.
Do the bracers of defense count as attuned objects?
I missed the item. I heard what you said. I missed the item.
Bracers of defense.
I don't know. I'll have to look.
It just says while there requires attunement. Yep.
Okay.
It'll always say under rarity. It'll say rarity, common, requires attunement.
All right.
Taking the ring.
So I'll definitely take the bracers of defense.
Let's see. Now, I'll let you guys get all that set up. Let me know when you guys get your equipment adjusted. I'll have to add resist fire. Actually, nobody has resistance in this game.
I do actually. I have a fire resistant ring.
Let's see. You do. Let's see. Resist fire 0. I am going to. So let's go ahead and make sure it's on Rolen. It is. I'll just make sure I reapply it. Who's wearing the ring of fire resistance?
Kosjurkis is.
There we go. You have it now.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
And just for posterity's sake, let's hit Kosjurkis with a fire spell. He has 10 hit dice, and if he doesn't take half damage, it's not, or 10 damage. Partially resisted. Okay, I'll drop you back down.
Look out, trap!
Ah! It was cursed the whole time.
Knew it.
Okay. Does everybody the bracers of defense? Do you have those adjusted?
I have them on my sheet, but no, I don't have my AC adjusted yet.
Okay. Do you know how to?
I
Miscellaneous type stuff.
no.
So go to your main tab.
Yep.
Just to the left of the shield, the little magnifying glass.
Mhm.
Click it, and then at the very end where it says MISC, just click it and then type 2, or hold Control and roll your mouse wheel up.
Alright.
That's all. 'Tis all.
I assume that would go in the miscellaneous items since, or would that go under armor? No, it wouldn't
it's
go under
misc.
armor. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right, miscellaneous it is then.
Okay.
Okay, so let me shut this door. We let the dogs use the restroom. Our house is freezing because we have all the windows open. It's a cold day. Tasha doesn't mind. She's got a heating blanket on.
And next ACI, I will add a +2 dex that will bring me up to a +4 in dexterity and give me even more armor class.
There you go. So at the end of that hour, as everybody is doing their thing and healing and sorting out magic items, the party is kind of startled as Agile Smoke is racked with fatigue and cramps. He is suffering, sweating profusely and suffering very uncomfortable pain. So this is the effect. Right now, with because you're suffering, you start with a 1 level of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
You regain hit points from this point forward, only half the number when you're spending hit dice, not when magical healing. At the end of each long rest, you can make a Constitution saving throw. If you fail, you gain another level of exhaustion.
Oh, fuck.
If you succeed, your exhaustion level decreases by 1. And if when the success drops your exhaustion level to 0, you recover from the disease.
Okay.
Effect is automatic for the DC is 11. If you want to, I've already notated it on your sheet.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but I've notated it. What you can see and what I can see on your guys' effects is night and day.
I'm very worried about that statement.
So is it like one of them bit me and like the bite is like causing me the extra problems?
He's got the meat sweats, but for
Am I-
human flesh.
Yeah, am I hungry?
It may be related to that. It might be related to the water. It could have been related to the crab that you kept trying to touch. You've been touching all kinds of shit in here.
It's true.
You reached into a tomb and robbed
True.
it.
Well, no,
Liberated.
liberated. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. So where are we going? Left, right, or straight?
Yeah, we go the way we just unlocked. That was a big fight. Yes, it was
So
good.
straight.
It is.
I was under the impression that was going to be a bad way to go. But all right.
Well,
He
it
just
was.
like, angrily mutters.
Okay.
Maybe let somebody check for traps first.
Rolen, come back!
Oh, nope.
He's pissed. Tony, for future reference, I just have a quick question about the wording of something.
Shoot.
Choose a pile of bones or a corpse of medium or small humanoid, lowercase h. Does that mean any corpse that is like 4 arms, 4 legs, bipedal?
Item.
It's for animate dead.
Check.
Because I know that like creature types are important, and they usually, if it's a type, it would be
It's
capitalized.
Humanoid.
Okay.
Corpse of a medium or small humanoid.
So not zombies then, because they're undead.
Zombies are humanoids.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not doing it here. I was just wondering.
Rolen, come back.
Let me get back to you. Zombies are humanoids. Their type is undead. I need to get back to whether or not that is referring to if you can raise a zombie that's already been raised, or the first raising eliminates that possibility.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
You're telling me to come back.
Agile says we should check for traps.
Oh, Agile can check for traps.
Yeah. Okay. Perception, if I can first. Just take a look. Why is that a? Oh,
Exhaustion.
No, the smog also.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
does
that's
level 1
probably 'cause
And you
it
still
doesn't
got a
matter.
20
Exhaustion
on that
mean?
too. That's ridiculous.
You're at disadvantage.
There are no
regardless.
traps that you can detect.
Kind of like lean up against the wall. I think it's fine.
Level 1 exhaustion, disadvantage on all ability checks.
But he's also at disadvantage perception because of the smoke around.
So he's got double disadvantage.
That doesn't happen. All right, you're sure there's no traps here?
Yeah.
All right, good enough for me. I'll try to just creakily open the door. Creakily.
Okay.
If that's a word.
While I'm unmasking this, to answer your question officially, Kosjurkis, the answer is yes. You can cast it on the corpse of a zombie.
Okay.
It is an undead creature when it's a zombie. After you kill it and it ceases to be a zombie, it becomes a humanoid corpse.
Okay.
You can't cast it on a zombie that's, zombieing. It would fail if you cast it on a zombie that you didn't know was a zombie.
Okay. That was actually what my plan was. Before we set off the zombies, was to see if it was to cast the animate dead on one of them, but then we would have found out either way.
You can do it now. So you can do it now if you want to. This is the Chamber of Nasewal. All the doors bordering this lounge. I have a picture for you. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and send you the picture first, so you can enjoy the photo while I read you the thing. So all the doors bordering this lozenge-shaped room are made of heavy bronze. Colorful glyphs are scribed on the western wall. That would be the south or the bottom of the map. There are two sideboards against the walls to the east, to your right, or the top of the map. In the middle of the chamber are two stone divans. Anybody? What's the fancy way to pronounce that? Anybody got that?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Each of them has a human figure stretched out on it. Between them is a low stone table that holds a flask and two goblets, you can see in the picture. All are made of crystal. In the bottom of the crystal flask is a quantity of silvery dust. The figures are one male, one female, each middle-aged and perfectly preserved. They are very still, dust-covered, cobweb-covered, and apparently dead. Their bodies are covered with dry snake skin, the clothing they're wearing. The female wears a silver bracelet and holds what appears to look like an ivory wand, seen in the picture. The male has an amulet of electrum resting on his chest, inset with a red stone of considerable size. Electrum is a material of value between silver and gold.
Garbage.
So not as valuable as gold. It's more valuable than silver.
It's garbage currency.
Maybe check the flask.
What?
The flask. Check the flask.
What's wrong with the flask?
Take a sip.
Don't know.
It's
I'll
dust.
investigate it.
What do you think's in it?
It is an aggregate dust in the bottom of the flask. Think like a lemonade mixture that you haven't added water to.
Oh, okay.
There's vitamin C powder in there.
Here, Kosjurkis, take this for your experiments.
Okay.
All right.
Ophelia, come on in. There's no danger or nothing.
Maybe.
She'd rather stand out there with the rotting corpses than come in there. She fucked up. This will be the last time she takes this point.
Oh, actually, also, Kosjurkis, take a sip of this, and I'm gonna hand you the Anaraised Decanter. It heals you 2d6 if you take a sip,
Okay.
or if you take a drink out of it.
Takes a sip.
It's been a long time since I've checked. What did we do to Anaraised Decanter to do that?
I have to cast a spell into it of second level or higher. So if I cast a third level spell, it gives 2d6. First or second level spell is 1d6.
Got it. And let's see. And you do that every night, I remember. But what is how many sips is it?
I think it's only one. I think it's just one drink, but
I believe so as well. So you basically create a super potion.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I thought. I'll let you track when it's used and not used.
Yep.
Did you apply that already? You need me to? I see you did, Discord.
Okay.
All right. You're just looking a little rough. Not as rough as Smoke, but I don't think this will help him.
Brains. Nah, I'm just joking.
Hey, you're fine.
I like how we're too afraid of the corpses.
How
I'll
dead
investigate them, I guess.
are they dead? Like, we should take their stuff if they're dead. I mean, liberate their stuff if they're dead.
Yes. Try medicine.
I'll see if they're dead. Yeah, I guess I'll see if they're dead first with medicine before I start rooting through their stuff.
They are not dead. As
Oh.
far as you can tell, they are in a very, very, very suspended state. Their
guys.
breathing is extremely shallow, maybe one breath every 1 to 2 minutes. Their pulse is 2 beats per minute. It's extremely, extremely low metabolism.
Guys, these guys are just kind of really sleeping, really deep sleep.
They're really sleeping.
They're really sleeping.
So we just
So if you really want their stuff, you could probably take it without them.
No, that would be wrong.
It's wrong because they're still alive.
No, but listen. Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha.
We should. You're learning, yes. They're not like tied down or nothing, right? Like this seems like a voluntary act. What do you think? We just leave them here, let them sleep?
I don't see the harm in it.
I don't think I have anything that can help them, so.
Well, like you could just try to shake them or something, but
I could try poking them. Yeah, I'll be like, do the CPR training where I just like slap the ground beside their ear and hello, are you okay? Ah, shit.
Well, it works. You get their attention.
Fuck. Ophelia, say something.
Both people.
Yeah, I just stepped out.
She closes the door.
Both people instantly awaken. Their eyes snap up, and both of them, in very indomitable spirit fashion, rock back on their shoulder blades, throw themselves into the air, manage to do an entire rotation somersault, and land here in the opposite direction, facing Rolen and Kosjurkis as the two closest people, and assume a martial arts combat stance.
Oh, fuck.
And the first one, the male, says out in his language,
Oh, crap. Does anybody know what they're saying?
Kosjurkis puts his hands up in a non-combative stance.
how long did comprehend languages last?
I think it's like 10 minutes.
Let me double check, but I don't
wrong.
think that long. I think it's like maybe an hour. Yeah, it's an hour.
Yeah, that's long gone.
Yeah, especially with the short rest.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, Kosjurkis immediately throws his hands up.
Rolen will do the same. Just kind of is like, we mean you no harm.
The woman, the one closest to Rolen, points at you and says something in very harsh language. She sounds demanding.
In Tabaxi, that's even the Tabaxi language. In the Tabaxi language, anyways, can I just say, like, do you speak common?
They do not seem to recognize what you're saying, but they are seemingly very irate at being awoken.
They both look at you.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like I'll say in undercommon. What do you want? What do you like? Sorry.
You can do an insight check
Ah, shit.
to determine what they are communicating in a non-verbal manner. They obviously are upset you woke them up, and they are saying something demanding. They want something from you. You don't know what it is or what it's for, but they want something from you.
I'll hand out my shambling branch that I got from the shambling mound as an olive branch.
They don't take
Okay.
They don't take.
Ah, shit. I just kind of like drop it and start going through my pockets, like, I don't know what you want.
Let's just leave, yeah? Let's just go. Let's just everybody leave. Go through the spirit door, go. Let's go.
Spirit store? Okay. Let's slowly back up.
When you guys start to walk towards the door, they move forward in an aggressive manner and repeat their demand.
I hold out a handful of gold.
That stops them. How much gold?
How much do they want?
You
How
don't
much
know.
are you holding out?
Just start throwing out like 1, 2, 3.
I put
Stuff.
out half of my gold. That's about like 230 pieces.
Holy shit.
They are slightly, or at least reasonably mollified. They seem to be, that seems to be what they want, but it doesn't seem to be enough.
I'll chip in another.
You can do an
100.
insight check.
Say,
You can do it again, Roland.
Okay.
Ophelia, you can get to here. You can't quite open the door without
Shit.
them seeing you, because obviously the door would need to open, but you can get to there, and they're not looking at you, so it doesn't appear that they see you.
Okay.
I'll just like step up to this little table here, and I'll drop down like 230 gold.
Based off of your insight checks, it seems like they want at least double that. And the woman points at your water skin. She wants your water skin, and then from your water skin, she points to the flask with silvery liquid in it, or silvery powder in it.
Okay.
Yes, give them some of the water, and then if they need more gold, Kosjurkis, give them the gold you have. You know, the item that came from the eagle's mouth. Yes, this gold.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So I'll pour them some water, but I'm not gonna like partake of the drink or anything of that nature.
They don't. As soon as you pour it, they snatch it away from you.
All right, cool. I will
They just
very
want
quickly.
the vitamin C water.
I'll drop 100 gold on the table.
So far it's 350 gold.
I can just like remember be like, nothing. I got nothing. I spent it all in the dwarf town. Yeah. But we have stuff. We have things. Yeah, like.
Kosjurkis tentatively holds up the bracelet of rock magic.
The man moves over to you and holds out his hand, seemingly unwilling to take it from you, but willing to accept it from you.
Kosjurkis gingerly puts it in his hand.
He takes it, looks it over, and moves back to her. And almost dismissively, they give you a nod and wave a hand also dismissively at the pile of gold.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
so we take the gold back.
yeah. I will take back what I put down then.
Same.
I give a bow, a salute, and make an immediate about face to open the door.
And they say something, one or two curt statements on your way out the door.
Yep, we won't come back here.
Did you remove that from your sheet, I assume?
It was in the party thing, right?
I can remove it
Yeah,
from the party sheet.
For those who don't speak Tabaxi, I said, sorry, I don't speak nonsense. Have a nice day.
I said in giant, just see ya.
Yeah.
You see, grave robbing is good.
And
It's
bad.
not grave robbing. It
I mean, in
is.
fairness, you didn't rob a grave to get the bracelet.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but
See, we did not see the.
Semantics.
No, not semantic.
Yes.
No.
This-
he gestures at the whole building all around him.
This
Listen,
is a tomb, probably.
probably yes, but here's the thing. Like in this case, we did not steal from people. Yes.
Yes, we
And-
gave it back.
And what we have been doing is we have been taking things lost to time. You know?
Liberating.
Yes, and through our use of them, and then my intent is that perhaps when we all retire, I can take these items, take it to a museum, and preserve the culture. I am honest about this, I promise.
He's very honest.
Well, with that, those doors are bronze as well, and there's nothing unusual about them.
No traps on this door. You open it.
All right, I'll open it.
I
This
do
is
like
an
how
unusual room.
I like how we woke them up and then they're just like, pay us.
Yeah. Now leave.
I think it was actually a good sign. The guardians appear to be stronger and greater as we go. That it would imply that we're heading in the right direction to what they protect.
Unusual shaped room.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the line of sight on Fantasy Grounds Unity is awesome, but too much going on. So, in this room, a bitter stench, as soon as you open the door, assails your senses. As you lay eyes on the room ahead, you see a massive pile of trash, rubbish, fecal matter, rancid water in places, and a ghostly light scatters around the floor. Second, I'm going to read the second part to you. Then I'm going to unmask something else. Closer observation reveals the light is emitted by a group of giant beetles.
Oh,
They
good.
seem to be about a dozen of them, and they're about 3 feet long each. They seem to notice you, but be disinterested in you. They're just going about their beetly way. They're inside the pile of trash. Some of them are rooting around. Some of them are underneath. There's probably more than you see. Most of them are kind of clustering together. And there are, I mean, this seems to be their nest, and they don't seem to be hostile creatures. They are emitting a slight glow. If you're curious what they look like this.
Do these look like smaller versions of the beetles at Anaray's place?
They look exactly like the beetles from Anna Ray's place.
Okay.
The ones they were using for light and meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
They don't seem to be. I mean, you guys don't seem to be destroying their nest or attacking them. So I mean.
All right. Which way smoke? North or east?
Two doors are better than one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly kind of just make sure I'm not stepping on any of these guys.
I'm going to delete them for simplicity, but
Ophelia, be ready if you need to use ring on animals. Yes. Bugs.
Yes.
Excellent. Traps.
I'm gonna listen. Is this also bronze?
yes, all these doors.
Okay, I'm gonna try to listen through it instead of seeing, if that helps at all. You're gonna make a friend, Ophelia.
Make a friend where you can.
You know, they are technically beasts. What is your goal here, Ophelia?
I don't know.
You just trying to say, "Let me go by, be nice to me"?
Yeah, like it's all good, friends.
It's all good in the hood.
All gravy in the Navy.
So, yeah, with that 12, they continue to ignore you. One of them starts trying to like bump up against you and sniff in your pack for some meat with its pincers, but it's not.
Do I have anything to give it food-wise?
Yeah, you guys have rations and.
Can I give it a little nibble and pat its tiny pincher, giant pincher?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. As for your perception there, you don't find any traps on that door that you can detect, and the fire beetle devours whatever meat you give it, or plant material for that matter. It seems to prefer the meat that you have that is a little aged, preferably rotting, but.
Can I hear anything through the door with that, or no?
You cannot.
Okay. I don't hear anything. Let's go through.
You said go through. I'm sorry, it broke up there. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry about that. So
no
I'm going to read that to you. Give me 1 second to catch up here. It's actually a separate map, not a huge deal.
Oh, we made
okay.
it.
To the third map, yes. You guys are seemingly going just. Well, I apologize. You made it to the fourth map.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
There are 4 maps. This is the third. I thought it was 3. There are 4 maps. But yes, you made it to this one. We're probably going to end here, but I am going to take the time to read it to you real fast.
All right.
Where is... Somebody forgot to drop the thing on here. No momento, please. Okay, so this corridor ascends from south, to your right, to north, in a series of gently sloping staircases. It is... I dislike that this is so poorly set up. I want to read this to you, but it's not. I have the book next to me, so I'm just pulling that up real quick. But essentially, this is a staircase that just goes up roughly. Okay, I didn't want to share this second map with you because I don't want to blow your screens up. But the map goes up, the stairs go up about 120 feet. And that map should be coming to you as quickly as it can. The stairs are obviously at the top. I'll let you guys zoom in at your discretion. Okay. So the stairs go all the way up, and the stairs go up roughly 15 feet, landing 15 feet, landing 15 feet, landing. If you were in combat, which you're not, you haven't pissed these beetles off or anything, the stairs would be difficult terrain, the landing would. So don't start combat here. So at this point, we are going to end the game, and at next game, you guys will be able to decide which direction you want to go. Because you still have doors everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've avoided a TPK this far by not being overly explorative.
There you go.
Can I take my new friend Beetlejuice with us when we go?
Make an animal handling check at advantage for feeding him. Yes, the DC is 10. You literally made it. He is, as long as you feed him, he is going to follow you.
Is he big? Can I ride it?
He's 3 feet, roughly 3 feet. I need to get the actual diameters. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect you to try and tame it. So
why would you ever expect us to not try to tame a non-hostile animal?
I mean, in fairness, you try to tame hostile animals like gnolls. So let's get this actual giant beetle nocturnal creature. The glowing glands that give off light. They are prized creatures by miners and adventurers because you can kill them and their glands keep glowing. But let me get the sizes for you by next game.
Okay.
And I will see you guys next week. Maybe I'll let you know what we got going on.
All right.
All right, sounds good.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Good game.
Stay healthy, everybody. Stay healthy.
Yep.
You too.